Bug from Bug Hunter. That's me doing a stream. Here we are. Hey, it's Bug from a band called Bug Hunter. Yeah, that's me. Oh, I'm sore. I decided after a month of not working out that I would go work out, and I went to the gym and did a class 2 days ago now, and my legs are on fire. So if I'm aching on camera, it's not just because I'm an old man now, but there's two reasons. It's because I'm an old man and I worked out. If you've never been to a stream before, I play music. I play songs. I play my songs, and I chat. I talk about things. So if you have questions for me, think about them. Don't ask them now, because I'm not going to answer them now, but I will in like 5 minutes. Who we got? Who's here? Sorry, I haven't been doing my normal streams because my schedule's a little all over the place right now. We're going on some trips. We're doing some things. The first 2 months of this year, we're always going to be a little bit all over the place. And so I was like, I'll hop on when I'm able to hop on. And right now, that's that. So, Captain Kalinska is here. Noodle is here. Nerdbird is here. Coin is here. Life has not ended coin, as Discord told me it was. Faded Purple, Cookie Man, Eric, Not Spooky Parker, Cornfield Cryptid. That's a lot of corn. Carried Corn. The Time of Sub is here. Dan is here. Kyle the Person is here. Thunderbands is here, so everybody watch out. We got Snorby and Jan Janssen. It's going on. Geneva Singleton. My dad is here. My mom is here. Pop the Dragon. A Blair. Max Noble. Good crew. A lot of classic names. Still hanging out with me in 2024. Love that. This year's going to be a big one. We're still doing a lot of planning. Sorry I've been kind of quiet lately. Just in terms of like what's going on. The main gist of it is just me and Matt are planning for this year, and part of that planning is visa applications and lawyers, which isn't very fun or much to talk about, but that's what's going on behind the scenes. If you're wondering why we've been quiet about stuff, it's just that we're just working away. It takes time. You gotta send a lot of emails, so. It is not the first stream of 2024. I'm pretty sure it's like the third. Jams is being silly. What do y'all want to hear? I'm open to votes on this one. If you want to throw whatever song you want to hear first, I'll play it. I've been listening back. I have a recording of we did the discography show in Seattle a couple weeks ago, which really kind of felt like if you were making a movie about like a biopic about Bug Hunter, that would have been the last scene, and then like the credits rolled. So I'm like, what do I do now? I guess it's just more stuff. But we did that, and I had a great time. And I've been listening to the stage recording we had of the entire Happiness album. It was literally just like a microphone on the stage that just was there to record the crowd sounds, which is the only microphone that worked out of everything that we had there to record. So it's all we have. But I've been listening to it, and it was so fun. So what do we got? Piano Teacher, Toddler, Baby Teeth, Can't Vote Twice, Cornfield Cryptid, Robin of Bank, Not Like That edition, Toddler, Good Morning Sunshine. The only Narcissus Cookbook song I know how to play is... But I actually don't know how to play that one either. Oh, hey, speaking of the Narcissus Cookbook, Matt's here. I don't know how to play Good Morning Sunshine. I knew how to play The Simplest Words at some point. Let's take a moment to appreciate the way this feels. Won't come back this way again. It's hard to tell for sure which elements of this are real and which are chemically enhanced. I'm pretty certain I am here because I want to be, but it's not easy to tell what I want from what I need. And then I think Matt says a bad word, and I'm not going to say that bad word on my stream. Anyways, I'll leave that. I'll leave that to Matt. Sorry, you guys were wanting songs. Time of Soap says, I'm glad my screams are heard in the recordings. Yeah, they definitely are, but it adds a lot to it. I love it. 30 plant. Jams wants 30 plant. That's very funny. Shocking plot twist, not like that. Brave. Oh, Lance Fishel knows Surge of Confidence. Narcissus Cookbook is asking for Boop Boop. Swallowing caramel. I do remember swallowing caramel when I ate that caramel way too close to the start of the stream. Yeah, that was silly of me. Brave. All right. Yeah, there's not even 50 people watching. I'll play a song I don't know how to play. I'm assuming, yeah, whatever. This is a terrible song to start off a stream with for retention, for anybody who wants to stick around. This is an old Surge of Confidence song. I'm not gonna look up any lyrics. Let's just see what happens. Somebody to tell me the first words of it while I play the opening riff. Fingers etch the grooves along my palm. Stop it, Jams. My thumping heartbeat trace my outer calm, and my veins flow to you. They circulate my life and love to you. My head's nestled up against your chest. Is that right? Tuck your tender hands below us as we rest, and I'll play us to sleep. Let music guide us softly into sleep. It's either perfect so far, or I'm not playing it all correctly. Your lonely breath against my neck reveals emotion I suspect might be moving you my way. The only thing that separates our lips, an impending surge of confidence. If I could just be brave. Because who could ever remember the second verse of that song? Nobody. Anyways, that's a part of Brave. I'm not even going to count that as playing it, but I remembered a bit of it, so I was like, you know what? I have no confidence going into the second verse of what it is. And yeah, that's the thing. Coin says, did you not play the second verse first? Probably. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I told you I didn't know it. Yeah, everybody clap half as much as you were going to, and I'll accept that as totally fine. Still one of my favorite little opening riffs of any Bug Hunter song. I play it all the time when I'm on stream. I know you guys hear me do it. There's something that I've just always loved about that. And I love the little thing at the end. I feel like sometimes when I didn't have Jesse and Kyle, I did a few little more musical things that I liked. Oh, Dissin? Yeah, I know how to play that. I have no idea. I don't even know the chords to that. I did it on a loop. Nope, that's Artists for Amateurs. I sit by the phone, but I haven't heard both eyes stomach size and diameter. And I know money's for managers. Yeah, I know money's for managers. And I sit by the phone, but I haven't heard 2 spots and 10,000 challengers. And I know money's for managers. God damn it, art is for amateurs. That's a chorus. That's the theme song to me and Matt's podcast. Matt's trying to teach me how to play Dissin. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, that might be right. Look at you, but you're thinking that you're all that. Lately, I've been really into indie rock and podcasts. Online playing top dollar for broadband. People see you memes saying, I already saw that. Yeah, I don't remember how to do that anymore. Cool headphones. You're right to keep it quiet. Cause if I had your music taste, I'd also try to hide it. The crew is in the car. Now's your chance to make it awkward. The night's already over when it's your turn for the aux chord. Yeah. I played it over a loop, so I've never played it with chords before. But that's very funny that Matt had those handy. Can we just make this whole stream random deep cuts that aren't actually on Bug Hunter albums? Sure. Yeah. Whatever y'all want. I'm not gonna be streaming for a little bit, so I'll let y'all run the ship tonight. That's fine. Play your hit song Courtney. I'm Bug. Hi, I'm Bug. Not like the town in Kentucky, and I might eat carrots, but I'm not like the bunny. And I'm Bug. Dirt, kind in the dirt, and I like the kind in the dirt. And I'm Bug. I like the kind that you drive, not like the kind in the dirt, not like the kind on the site. And I'm Bug. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, you keep throwing things out at me. Whatever. It's y'all's stream. I'm just here. I should rewrite I'm Bug. That was a good little fun little song. Francesco, he was named in the city on the southern tip of Francesco was the mayor of a city by the shore. It's on the southern tip of Italy, known for tuna fish and tourists. He sends an email, has a meeting, poses for the local paper. One more email, has that meeting, off to dinner with his neighbors. That's Francesco. Francesco, he was named after a saint called Padre Pio, who reportedly fought demons, screamed "Di parlato con Dio." Yeah, goes to church and poses with a little wafer, one more sip of wine and something pranzo with his neighbors. That's Francesco. And though he's not producing miracles or guiding wayward spirits home, I wonder if Francesco thinks about it. Yeah, I wonder if Francesco thinks about it. But in March of 241 BC, the Romans and Phoenician fleets, they fought a battle in the sea. Something history. The Romans and Aragonese, something rhymes with that. Now it's ruled by Angelo that runs a gift shop at his feet. It hasn't always been this way, and I wonder if Francesco thinks about it. There's Francesco. Yeah, that's as much as I can remember of a song that I wrote in the span of 3 hours back in September, called Francesco, for me and Matt's first episode of Jam Mechanics, which yeah, I don't know, playing on the stream kind of spoils the episodes a little bit, but yeah, if you're not listening to Jam Mechanics, y'all should listen to Jam Mechanics. It's great. Season your beanie on piano. No. First episode, honestly underrated. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what people's favorite episodes are. I've seen it kind of all over the board. I think episode 4, my question on the Spotify podcast app was like, what's been your favorite episode so far? And we saw basically 1 through 4, just like different people saying all of them. But we have 7 now. We have an 8th coming out on Monday, which I'm excited about. Not too late for music. Define music. I don't know. Do you define me half playing songs that don't exist? Music, because that's what I'm doing right now. Margarine likes the episode where Matt is screaming about being God. I believe that was the 2nd episode. Jams is behind. You're gonna lose your mod powers. Bug, if you had to play the Arkham Horror Ghoul Priest, one of your songs to make him like you, which one do you play for them? Probably the Chase. I think the Ghoul Priest would be down with the Chase. They would see, a lot of people see themselves in Dear McCracken. A lot of people see themselves in Be Glad I Love You. I think the Ghoul Priest from Arkham Horror would definitely see themselves in the Chase. Paul and Tim Do a Thing is watching the stream, and I'm not animated. No. Not today. That would be great if I could get the budget to have Deep Blue Ink in real time animate all of my live streams. That'd be amazing. I don't need to put my face on anything. I'm fine. See, Fox didn't know that we were going to be talking about Arkham Horror today. That's all I want to talk about. That's all I want to talk about. It's my favorite thing right now. Do y'all want me to play a real song, or are y'all over the 30-second clips? Oh, are we talking about Bug Out? Y'all, you're gonna get me so distracted. I should have Sam come and do a live stream. I do have a story about that. So most people will come to our shows and they might think that I am actually, they might think I'm not Bug Hunter, because there is an actor who plays kind of the main role in a lot of the live action music videos. His name is Sam Wall. He is an amazing actor who lives in England. So sometimes when I get on stage, I can see some people are like, that's not what I expected him to look like, because I thought it was illegal to have somebody that's not you play you in a music video. So the steps that we took to correct that was Sam played the kind of the main character in the Pinecones video and the Disco in the Panic Room video. So for our 3rd video, while I was in the UK last year, 2022, we actually filmed a music video for Braggin, and the conceit of the music video was that both Sam and I were auditioning for the role of Bug in a Bug Hunter music video, which I thought was really fun and meta, and I got to act, which I had never really done on camera before, and I was very nervous, but I did an alright job. For filming that music video, we had the crew come out to the show the night before in Birmingham, and we had Sam get up on stage. We were taking some video for the music video, and we had Sam come up on stage and had everyone boo him. I was just part of it. And he did not like that experience, but it was great. Snorby says, it would be cool if y'all had the budget to have Deep Blue Ink animate Jam Mechanics episodes. Yeah, I would love that. I would love, you know what? So, I commissioned Deep Blue Ink to make our music videos because Deep Blue Ink is genuinely one of the funniest people I know. Such a good sense of humor, adds so much to my songs. But on Deep Blue Ink's channel, he just makes like podcast clips, of like my Bim Bam and a lot of kind of the Dropout stuff, Game Changer, Brendan Lee Mulligan, kind of in that world, and also Drawfee. I would love for Jam Mechanics to get big enough that Deep Blue Ink would be like, hey, I could animate this for free because enough people are watching that it makes sense to him. Yeah, it would be pretty good to get Deep Blue Ink to animate something from Jam Mechanics. He does the art for the show, like the album art. I don't know what you call it, the podcast art. But Yeah, I have more bug hunter work that I would rather, if I could get Deep Blue Ink's attention. I would rather I have some bug hunter stuff that is in my queue, but even that has to wait a little while. So play all the Surge of Confidence, but if you forget a lyric, skip to the next song. I could actually probably do that in a stream. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I haven't played anything for so long that I'm just gonna stop pretending like I'm about to play something. Let's do a little cozy Q&A because you all are already asking questions. This is a portion of the stream that you are basically already been in for the last 10 minutes, where you just ask me questions and I'll answer them. People just saying Deep Blue Ink is awesome. Yeah. The Deep Blue Ink Bug Hunter TNC Drawfee Dropout crossover is crazy to me. Yeah, I love that because, I know Deep Blue Ink personally. I know, obviously, the Narcissist Cookbook personally. The Drawfee and Dropout, folks are on, a whole, other, level. They're, the audience size is, so much bigger that I don't think they would know who I am. But I love that there's a lot of people who group us together. I love that. And it kills me how 1 degree of Kevin Bacon I am from those people via Deep Blue Ink, because Deep Blue Ink has them, he has their ear, and then I'm just playing Rocket League with Deep Blue Ink, and I'm like, hey, do you know if the McElroys know who I am? And I can't do that. If only. Matt wants to know, how did you avoid getting into Magic the Gathering? So here's the reason that I did not get into Magic the Gathering, because I know myself. And I know how I am about things. When I find something that I like, it becomes the only thing that I can think about or care about, as I'm currently doing with a game called Arkham Horror. And Magic the Gathering is proven to be the most of that thing. So I probably, Bug Hunter wouldn't exist if I had ever gotten to into Magic the Gathering, because in my formative years being my 20s, where I had free time and enough money to actually spend on Magic the Gathering cards, if I had been doing that instead of working on my music all day every day, Bug Hunter never would have materialized. So makes you think, what are you not getting because of Arkham Horror? Maybe a new album, I don't know. Corn wants to know if we have any shows planned for this year or nothing planned yet. I think I'm going to be playing a show in Richmond on March 22nd. I'm hoping that it will be a in-person. What I'm hoping to do with it is, I used to do a lot of Zoom shows. A lot of people in the stream might remember when I used to do Zoom shows. And I haven't done one in a long time. Because I've been touring and working on an album and just haven't had the need to. The itch of performing in front of people has been, obviously I did 40 shows last year. But what I might do is this show in Richmond, I might have the capabilities of live streaming it or Zoom streaming it. So having an in-person ticket option and also an online option. That's my goal. So I'm shooting for March 22nd on that. We'll see. We're emailing back and forth. So, and then I'm planning all tours for the whole year, hitting another 25 cities. But as I mentioned, kind of up at the top, a lot of the kind of behind the scenes stuff that's happening right now, it's just boring. We have no updates. But this tour was so successful last year. It'll happen again. It's just when. So, yeah. Bryce says there are new singles with the Surge of Confidence songs on the YouTube music channel. Is this also music from you? Well, I gotta go Google that because I have no idea what you're talking about. Let me see. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Bug. Because I don't know what you're talking about. Anything that's on YouTube that is under the Surge of Confidence banner is not me, whatever it is. Let's see. Lights. Now I gotta go look. Bug topic. 62 subscribers. Cut me some slack. Surge of confidence. The optimist. Murmur. Shadowy figure. Yeah, I don't know. This is like no, this isn't me. This is some other artist named Bug. So, yeah, this is the reason I changed the name from Bug to Bug Hunter. Is YouTube and Spotify, they don't care. They don't care. If there's more than one bug, they're just like, yeah, you guys can all have the same page. That's fine. So. Mr. Welly Collins says, has Bug played Frosthaven yet? I backed the Frosthaven Kickstarter, but ended up just selling it off when I got it, because the truth is I loved Gloomhaven, but as soon as I played the digital version, I couldn't go back to the board game version because it was so much more streamlined in the digital version that I don't know. I had moved on to other games, and I was like, I can't start this. It's just too big. I didn't have anyone to play it with either, so yeah. Corn says delete Arkham Horror now. More songs. Well, it's a physical board game, so I can't just delete it. Eric says, I really did love your Season Your Beanie song. Is that the piano you played on for that song? Yep, that's the piano, the infamous piano. Oh, this is an interesting question. What song from any album would you wish you could add a TNC collaboration to? What existing song? Well, anyone who's been to our shows knows that Matt and I do a little bit of live collaboration on depending on what show you've been. I think Matt has come up for 3 different songs depending on the show. The Be Glad I Love You cameo, I don't think is substantial enough for actually like wanting to record it, but it is a very fun live goof. If I actually want a TNC on an existing song, that's a really good question. I don't think I've ever thought about that. I've always loved doing the making up words with Matt. I think we did it on a live stream for the first time when Matt was here, just doing the chorus. That was really fun. But yeah, as far as like writing something, I don't know. Because normally, like I write all of my songs, and I am not always like looking to have other like writers on it. But yeah, now like obviously I would trust Matt with anything because Matt is a very, very good writer. But yeah, that's a good question. I'm gonna think about it. I can't think about it on the spot, but do you have any funny booking stories yet? No, they've all been straightforward. It's nice when you have data that says, hey, 300 people came to our show in this city last year and we had another 200 people on the wait list. Can we come play a show at your venue? It's a big difference from 5 years ago when I was like, hey, you've never heard of us and we don't even know if anyone will come, but can we please play at your bar on a Tuesday night and we'll do it for free? So it's a lot easier now. You get emails back a lot quicker. So yeah, no funny booking stories. Have you gone back to continue work on any songs from Jam Mechanics? That's a good question. Would you come to Canada? I did. I came to Toronto last year. It was very fun. Gaelic Storm fan wants to know if one of the cities happens to be in Utah. We are aiming for Salt Lake City, but no, I can't promise anything. Sometimes we just can't find a venue, but we're shooting for it. Sorry, I'm just reading all your comments. Do you like playing board games solo? If so, what's your fave? Yeah, I pretty much almost exclusively play board games solo. I design some board games, and so I've kind of gotten used to playing when I was play testing my board games, I would play test them by myself because it's so much quicker to iterate on an idea if you don't have to arrange people to come over and you have to say hello and all the other things you have to say when people come over. Hello is just an example. And so I got very used to playing board games with myself, and now I don't mind. I mean, it's just, for me, it's fun. So I play Arkham Horror a lot by myself. I played a little bit with Kyle, a little bit with my friend Ian, but mostly by myself. One game I can't play by myself is a game, not that I haven't, because I have definitely, but a game called Unmatched. It's like a fighting game. It's kind of like Super Smash Bros. If it was a board game, using like public domain characters like Dracula and Little Red Riding Hood. It's really fun. I have played it by myself, just play testing different. I'm a play tester for the company that makes them, and so sometimes I'll just be like on a plane playing Tabletop Simulator, and just, it doesn't matter if I win or lose. I'm just playing both sides of it just to kind of see how it feels. Like, what would I do if I didn't know exactly what I was gonna do? I can entertain myself. Don't worry about me. What if Matt had a rap verse in Slow Burn? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Let's do that. My dad just says art is for amateurs, and I don't know why. Dun, dun, Jam says I'm famous, and I don't know why you're saying that, because I'm probably like 4 or 5 minutes behind on the chat. Have I been recognized in public? Yes, I've been recognized twice in public. Once was at Gen Con 2 years ago, and once was at My Brother and Me show at the intermission. Somebody in the concessions line was like, wait. So that was awesome. New album spoilers. Did I say something? I don't know. There's no new album. I just did Happiness. I haven't even toured it with it yet. Max says Victoria is so much closer to me. I live in Richmond, Virginia, so that's false. Eric wants to know what you like. What would I like you to send to the Jam Mechanics email? Send your thoughts on Jam Mechanics. We get a lot of good emails. I'm really glad that we plugged those emails. A lot of people were like, "Hey, dinosaurs, why are you plugging an email address at the end of your podcast?" It's because we get an email like once a day from somebody who will just be like, "Hey, I really liked episode 5, and I really love your podcast, and I listened to it with my dad." And I'm like, I love that. So, I don't know. There's something about emails that people like, they put all their thoughts into it, into like little paragraphs. And so it's really more satisfying to read when people just like send those over. There's just like an extra amount of effort that people put into writing emails that just makes them just that much nicer to read when they're encouraging. Mr. Welly Collins says, as a non-US person, we need to discuss the A4 paper scale with bug on posters. In the US, it's 11 by 17. I don't know what you want me to say. It's 11 by 17. This is what we do here. We don't have A's. We just don't have them. So, Eric wants to know, do I have board games out on the market? No, I don't. But I have 2 games on Tabletop Simulator. One is called Rock, Paper, Scissors, Chess, and it's very fun. It's a 2-player kind of... It's in the same genre as like Stratego or chess or rock, paper, scissors. And it's very fun. And then a game called Bug Out, which is a big game. It's not Gloomhaven big. It's not even Arkham Horror big. It's meatier than Forbidden Island, but not as meaty as Gloomhaven. So it's somewhere in between those. I know that's kind of a big range, but and they're on Tabletop Simulator, and I do have people playtest it if you want to get involved. So, am I still world ranked and unmatched? No, I'm not anymore. I haven't played in the tournaments in a long time. I've been too busy touring. So, when signing your signature, is there ever a time when you really screwed up writing your name? Yeah. The very first time anyone ever asked me for a signature, I signed my I signed my name, just like my name's not a secret, it's Cody, but like I signed it like I was signing like a check at a restaurant rather than like like an autograph. Like I've been going by bug for years, and then finally we had a fan who wanted me to sign the set list from that night, and it was like, there's like 4 people at the show, and I was like, absolutely, and then just like full on like, I left a tip. Yeah. So the very first time, beefed it immediately. Showduck knows how to play against myself as a kid because we live in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, even as a kid, I would do that. I would go outside and play basketball, and I would just like pretend I was both teams. Yeah, that sounds a lot lonelier than it was. I had a good childhood. That's fine. Oh, my dad was talking about the collab for Artists for Amateurs. Yeah, I mean, Artists for Amateurs we've collabed on. Will Artists for Amateurs one day get a full release, just like one day eventually? Yeah, I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no, but it's definitely something that like we obviously wanted people to like Artists for Amateurs as our theme song, because we put it as like the very first thing you hear on our podcast. But we also didn't want to be like, oh yeah, let's like get this like recorded ASAP. We wanted to see if people liked it, and we hear every day. When I talk about people emailing, then normally there's a PS saying, can you please record a full version of Artists for Amateurs? So it's definitely something we're looking at. Is this the shirt you wore in the Bragging music video? Yes, I have 2 of them. Cornfield Cryptid said Bug Out is very fun in my objective opinion. Thank you. Yeah, Bug Out is very fun. I'm still kind of fine-tuning it. I was listening to a group of people play Bug Out the other night. We had some people who had played it a lot, teaching some people who hadn't played at all, and just listening to how they taught the game. I was like, there's still a couple of things in here that need to be addressed, because when you know the game, it all makes perfect sense, but the first teach is a little rough still with some of the mechanics, and so I'm still thinking very deeply about how to fix that. So A. Blair is asking about a specific update that I was working on for Bug Out. I had to drop it because the scope of it got too big, and I'm going on vacation. So, Fancy Clown wants to know if the Jam Mechanics Discord was ever made. It wasn't in the YouTube description. Yes, it was made. It's in our Discords. It's also in the podcast description, which does not include YouTube. YouTube is the one place that we have to upload it separately. So we upload it to our like podcast distributor, and that sends it everywhere where there are podcasts. But YouTube is not one of those places. So we just have to I have to make a video of every episode and then upload it to YouTube. And we don't put it in YouTube because, I don't know, links on YouTube are just trolled a little bit more by bots and spammers and stuff. So feel free to join our Discord, and then there's a Jam Mechanics link in there as well. So, is there a version of hide and seek buried somewhere inside your head on playing basketball and your whole team not showing up? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to say me moving around all the time as a kid and me playing basketball against myself as not two related ideas, but that was fine. How many flannels do you think you own? 20? It's definitely not 20. I have 2 that I really love, and I have 2 copies of each, and then I have a few more like side ones. Corn wants to know if I've listened to the new Green Day album, and if so, do I have any thoughts? I haven't listened to Green Day anything past 21st Century Breakdown. I think I tried to give like the Uno Dos Tres albums kind of a shake, and it wasn't what I was looking for. But definitely, like I'm in my 30s, I'm like early 30s, so like obviously I grew up with American Idiot, which there's a lot of people who would be like, oh, American Idiot's when they sold out, but whatever. I was in 7th grade. It was very good, like radio friendly, like awesome, like pop punk music. So I still appreciate the older stuff, but like the first song I heard was Holiday. So what do you want me to do? Cool. Tyler Young says, learning new games is always the hardest part for me. Getting a big information dump is difficult when I'm a hands-on learner. The two things that Bugout has going for it that are nice is that it's a cooperative game. And so like, you know, as long as you just have, if you have someone who's played the game before, you can kind of just get the basics. Like, here's your goal. Here's like the basic things you can do. Let's just play and I'll show you. So it being cooperative is one of the things that makes it a little easier to learn, because there's no hidden information in the game that the person teaching you doesn't have access to. So they can always tell you kind of what to do if you're stuck. And the other being that like, once you kind of start playing it, it's like very intuitive. Like as far as like, oh, you can build a car, and to drive the car, you spend a gas, right? It's just like things that just like, yeah, that makes sense. If I want to climb up onto this mountain, I have to use one of my rope cards. So like the mechanics are mostly intuitive. So. That Mixed Kid wants to know if the podcast is on Spotify. It sure is. It's actually where we get most of our listens. Have you ever tripped and fell while doing a show? I've definitely tripped. I don't know about fell, but you know, there's always a lot of things on stage, a lot of cables, and sometimes, yeah, getting up on a stage, getting down off a stage can be a little hazardous, depending on, you know, kind of what we have set up. I've never like fallen off the stage or anything, or landed not on my feet, but I'm sure I've gotten stumbled. Coin wants to know how my vacation is going. Well, as you can see, I'm in my office, so it hasn't started yet. Have you ever done a stage dive at a show? No, I don't think. Don't think I ever will, because I'm normally holding my guitar. So. Eric wants to know why some tracks on albums are listed as bonus tracks, and that's a great question. And some people might think it's because the songs aren't as good as the songs on the album. Not true for Bug Hunter Music. I have ideas about what I want albums to be about, and the bonus track designator is just to say, hey, this song is one that I like just as much as the other songs, but it's not kind of part of the rest of like the theme of like what's going on here. And I just like my albums to have 11 songs, and sometimes I don't have 11 songs to say what I'm trying to say. And so I will take a couple of songs like Boogie Pete or the Gulf Coast. I feel like these aren't really going to kind of fit into a broader topic later on, but I do want to put them out in a way that people hear them. So, I will let the chat explain why my clock is going backwards. All right, let's do a song, huh? Yeah, oh, dang. I talked for a long time. You guys are really asking a lot of questions, which I appreciate. What do you want to hear? I've already done... I haven't played a full song yet. What are you guys doing here? Didn't I just play like part of Brave and then part of a Jam Mechanics song? I haven't played anything yet. It's been 48 minutes. What are you all still doing here? Okay. Let me see if I can remember this one. And it starts tonight because tonight's the night, but not just any night. It is movie night. I would have made you dinner, but my toaster broke. So you put on a little sci-fi film about the dangers of blah, 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 whatever. I am barely watching, time is standing still. I'm about to change my life forever. I ask you if we can chat a minute, and you say sure when the movie's finished. So I fast forward to the end and say I think we should be more than friends. And you say, look, you're great, Uh-oh, that's not a good start. You say you're not ready for that and don't want to mess up what we have. But I have an idea, you say. And you reach into your bag of things that 20-year-olds think are good ideas. And you pull out this massive classic gem. If we're both still single at 30, will you marry me? It's a pinky promise shifted one to the right. It's too soon for I do's, will you take an I might? If we're both still single at 30, and I am not your first choice, but I'm a solid 30 plan. Hot damn safety net that I am. You got a backup love, so you know where I stand. I'll take a maybe, a shot, or a chance. I'll take a maybe, a shot, or a chance. So we cut to the scene where I build a machine, but not just any machine, it is a time machine. I made it from my toaster, like that movie, Hot Toast Time Machine. I load a bagel in the future slot, set to 10 and smack down on the lever. A decade passes in a single thought, I'm about to change my life forever. I find you when you're still single, I am obviously single. It's like a tale from a storybook until you say, how does 40 look? But wait, I'm pretty sure you said, and I quote, if we're both still single at 30, will you marry me? It's a time capsule, no, it's a proposal. A little bit of neither and a little bit of both. So now we're both still single at 30, but apparently what you really meant to say was, come on, let's pick an arbitrary number, kick the can down the road before we tie it to the bumper. You never thought we'd be single at 30, and I am still not your first choice, but I'm a solid 40 plan. Hot damn safety net that I am. You got a backup love, so you know where I stand. I'll take a maybe, a shot, or a chance. I'll take a maybe, a shot, or a chance. There are no bagels in the future. I have got one left, but 2 slots on my toaster. One'll take me forward, one'll take me back. One's another chance and one is closure. I load my bagel, I made up my mind. Set to 10 and smack down on the lever. A decade passes as I go through time. I'm about to change my life forever. That song's called 30 Plan. It's off our new album called Happiness Without a Catch. I'm really happy with the album. It's, you know, as time passes, you know, it's hard not to get excited about the new thing that you're making and being like, oh, this is so great. And then you release it. And as time goes on, you know, you see kind of it ebbs and flows of kind of how you feel about it later on. It's been 5 months, right? September, October, November, December. It's been 4 months. 4 months and a little bit. And I'm still like, I think I've only grown and kind of just like my appreciation for the album and the work that my boys did on it. Yeah. And part of that is I've toured a bit. I did 9 shows in the UK, the UK plus. I also went to Dublin and Berlin, and then I did the discography shows in Seattle, and just seeing people sing along to the songs and the audience kind of interaction with Happiness songs are like, the whole album is like on a level that like I wasn't prepared for. I think normally when you release an album, you'll get like 3 or 4 songs that kind of have like this like huge kind of engagement of like sing-alongs and people being stoked and having a good time, and then that kind of lessens, you know, when you look at Bigger Than Myself, you get like Pine Cones and everyone goes nuts for Pine Cones, then you play Braggin' and like people love the song. I think it's a really good song, but you note this like drop in intensity between just like the sing-alongs or just like the enthusiasm. And when we played Happiness all the way through in Seattle, it was just like zoom. It was just like it just went, from Not Like That to One Armed Hug. The whole album just like, yeah. So very, very, very pleased with how it's been received and how people are really, really digging it after 4 months. So yeah. Show says I should listen to that album. You should. It's a good idea. Yeah. Speaking of, we have vinyls, and we're running low on the Rough Draft and Happiness. So if you are a vinyl person, I think I'm gonna reorder both, but it'll be a few months before we get them back after our stock goes out. If you order them tonight, I can ship them tomorrow. Anytime after, I'm gonna be out for a little bit. So, yeah. Bug, if you had any song of yours get famous on TikTok, which one and why? The one that's done the best, I think is A Bedtime Story. I think that's had our biggest views on anything we've done. I don't know if I would pick A Bedtime Story because I didn't think it was going to be a popular song, so I didn't like plan on it being part of our set list, and now it kind of has to be because people really, really like it. So probably Two Bed, Two Bath, and a Ghost. I feel like that one is just like, it's always a classic to play at live shows. It has been like a staple of our live set since it came out. So yeah, I would love Two Bed, Two Bath, and a Ghost to do well. So Blue Moon asks if you request a song to play, I'll donate if I have to. Please don't do that. I don't do things that people pay me to do. It's just one of my things. I don't know why. But yeah, when people request things with money, I always say thank you, but I'm not going to do that. Because I'm very kind of self-motivated with music in these streams, and I don't really want to turn into a jukebox. It's a weird line that I have to walk between, like, I want people to enjoy these, and I do want support, but yeah, I don't know. Eric says A Bedtime Story was my introduction to Bug Hunter, which is very cool. It's always strange for me for people to like have the new album songs be like the way they heard of us, because from my perspective, we've been around for a really long time, and we were already like doing really well, and then we released Happiness, and now there are people who heard songs on Happiness and didn't, it was Dear McCracken for years. It was like the only way that people like heard of us. It was Dear McCracken, and then like Disco in the Panic Room for a little bit, and then we'd hear Pine Cones every once in a while, and then for a long time, Two Bed, Two Bath, and a Ghost. That music video came out, and we heard that a lot, and so it's just so strange to have kind of the world I lived in for many years, where it's like, yep, Dear McCracken, that's the gateway bug. That's where everybody hops on. To think about that being a song that people may not have even heard. They maybe they're a big Bug Hunter fan, and they're like, I haven't even heard that song. I listened to this Happiness album. I've never even heard of the Rough Draft. So. Yeah, cool. I'm probably done playing music for tonight because I try not to play past 9 o'clock. I have neighbors, and I just like to not be too loud. But I will stick around for a couple more minutes and chat for anybody who wants to do that. This will be my last stream for a little while. I have a one-way ticket to Seattle. I will be coming back, but we just haven't planned it yet. So I don't know when I'll be back. But we do have new episodes of Jam Mechanics dropping in the meantime. So episode 8 is coming out on Monday. What else do we got going on? Yeah, that's the kind of the most kind of top of head stuff that's happening right now. Is we're going to continue to release our season 1 episodes of Jam Mechanics until those are all out. Which they go. We did 10 for the first season. So we have those recorded through basically the end of February. And then we'll reconvene and do a recap episode, and then we'll figure out what the future is. We didn't want to commit too hard on Jam Mechanics, not knowing, whether or not people would like it. They would want more of it. Obviously it's a lot of time for both Matt and I to make those, and we are independently releasing them. So, as far as like both of us giving up a day every week versus other things we could be doing, we have to look at those things and make sure it makes sense. But we really love doing it. We really love that people love it. We think we want to continue working on it, but we know that we have season 1 going through the end of February. Corin says, when are you going to Seattle? I'm going to be in Seattle in a little over a month from now. Well, I'm going tomorrow, so probably not going to overlap. Sorry about that. Fancy Clown Animation says, how do you decide prompts for the podcast? That's a great question. When we first started Jam Mechanics, I sat down and made a list, and I was able to, after brainstorming for an hour, I had 4. And so I used all those up since then. Sometimes I think about either what's going on that day. Like episode 6, I gave Matt the prompt of just calendar, because I knew the episode, even though the episode was recorded in December, I knew it was going to be coming out on the 1st of January. So it was it was going to be our New Year episode. So it was like calendar. That's kind of like topical in a way that wasn't write me a New Year's song, because I had just done that with write me a kind of a Christmas themed song, but I wanted to give just something that was tangentially related, something he could play off of, and boy did Matt play off a calendar. I love that. Yeah, and in the future you'll see that one of the prompts, I think is episode 9, one of the prompts I didn't even come up with. Somebody helped me with it, so yeah. Times I still don't believe the looks like a lion prompt was real. I don't know why people had a problem with the looks like a lion prompt. I just asked Matt a question about a zoo animal, and then I just gave him a little prompt. I thought it was pretty straightforward. Maybe there's some details that didn't need to be in there, but I was just trying to be silly. Was looks like a lion one of the prompts you wrote out beforehand? Yeah, it was ask Matt about a animal, his favorite animal, and then tell him to write a song about someone who had the features of that animal. So that was what I wrote down. See that guy in the corner? That was kind of off the top of my head, but in essence, I was just like, yeah, write a song about someone who has the qualities of, I didn't want a song about a lion or whatever he said. I want a song about a person with the qualities. So just a little more Play-Doh to play with. So, what are you talking about? That's not what you said. See that guy in the corner? He looks he seems a lot like a lion. That's what it was. Y'all hear something different? When did the corner come in? When I said it. I don't know. What do y'all want? I thought it was fine. Somebody mod jams. When is the next animated video coming out? I would love to have answer that question. Nothing in the plans right now. Deep Blue Ink has been very successful with his channel, and getting his time is going to be more difficult. Given just how popular Deep Blue Ink videos have become. So, but why is there so much confusion around this prompt for Jam Mechanics? I thought ahead of time, I'm going to ask Matt about his favorite zoo animal, and then I'm going to ask him to write a song about a person with the features of whatever animal he says. And yeah, I said it in a weird way, where I said, hey, see that guy in the corner? He seems a lot like a fill in the blank. That's all it was. Just trying to be silly with it. Yeah. If I had any of the prompts that I gave Matt, what would you want to do? If I had to tackle any of the prompts that I've given Matt, I think accident I would have liked to take a go accident. Still can. I can guarantee you I can write a song that's not going to be anything like what Matt came up with, because that was great. But let me think. What did I give him for 3? 3 was the BUG. Yeah, that was a good one. And then it was Looks Like a Lion, the Christmas one, Calendar. 7 was, I did Season Your Beanie. Matt did, oh yeah, Cthulhu but Poppy. Yeah. And then 8 was obviously, oh yeah, my prompt for Matt in Monday's episode is a good one too, and that's something is one that I could also take up and do a completely different thing. It's like so open ended, but yeah. Yeah. So I would probably, if I had to like pick one right now to like do myself, I would probably do Accident, because I like that. I thought that was a fun prompt, and Matt took it in a really fun way. So, cool. Hey, thanks everybody for coming to my stream. All 50 of you watching me not play a full song for most of it. Sorry about that. I normally do a song up front, and I kind of just forgot that I should probably do that. But y'all hung out anyway, which is very cool of you. I am going to be gone for a little bit, but I'll be back eventually. And in the meantime, I'll be in the Discord. I'll be around. I'll just be traveling. I'll be traveling and working. It's not like a full vacation for me. I'm just going to be in other places for a bit. So I'll be around. And what else? Postcard of the day. Let's see what we got. I do a handwritten postcard every single day, and I sell it to one person. And I believe that today's is still available. I'm looking at it right now. It's for baby teeth. It says, "I don't know what happens when we die, but that won't change the way I live my life," which is the last line of baby teeth. So if you want to be the person who gets that one card, nobody else can get it. It's signed, dated, numbered sequentially. We are on, I started doing the postcard of the day. We are on, today's is 517. So I've been doing it for over a year now, and I appreciate y'all's support. It has really been awesome to kind of have that, piecemeal. It's not a Kickstarter, it's not a Patreon, but it's just something that people can kind of every once in a while contribute to. I know there's a lot of people who are like, how do we just send you money? Postcard of the day is just a great way to support, because it's my time just to sit and write lyrics, and it helps me kind of have extra budget for doing things like touring. So cool. Yeah, Jams is sending British links. You don't have to buy them in pounds. You can buy them in USD. It's okay. Anyways, if y'all want to get in the Discord, it's a good Discord. All the people who are in here in the chat right now, they're all in that Discord. They're cool people. I like them a lot. So I will hopefully see y'all in not too long. I don't know when I'll be back, but when I am, I'll be happy to hop on and play more than 1.5 songs. So, goobers, go to bed.